Hello, Uncle Nearest friends and family. Welcome tonight. I am Sailor from the PNW, and we've been seeing your pictures all over social media on Facebook and Instagram. You with a beautiful stick and a glass of Uncle Nearest, and we thought, why not bring in an expert to do a pairing for us with 1884 and a beautiful cigar, and show Jay how to properly light it and me how to properly smoke it.
Good luck.
And perhaps I could make a cocktail. So that's what we are here for tonight. And I'm so excited. Jay, take it away.
Giving a shout out to everybody coming to you live from my backyard because I cannot smoke inside the house. But representing Atlanta, shout outs to my partner in crime, Courtney Smallwood, but Atlanta market manager, representing the South in Georgia. And this is my guy, Cigar Mike. I've been knowing Cigar Mike Mike has probably been almost at least a year. And we've talked back and forth. So this is the perfect man to talk about cigars and how to pair them with whiskey. And I'm so glad to have him on this show right now. And I think this is going to be one heck of a series. Really looking forward to it. So without further ado, I'm going to give it to Cigar Mike, man. Talk about yourself, brother.
Am I supposed to be here?
Where are you? Where am I? I don't even know.
Where are you, man?
I drink a lot. All right.
1884. Love it.
So I think I'm considered a cigar lifestyle ambassador. Pre-COVID, I do a little over 100 cigar events a year in various venues throughout Atlanta and around the country. So I have a tremendous opportunity that I work with the industry, lots of different brands. I work with brick and mortar, and I work with the end customers. So, I drink and smoke for a living.
That sounds
Not a
pretty
bad
good.
job, brother.
I drink for a living, so
My mother's so proud. What do you do, son? I drink and smoke. All right, have fun.
Good job. Good job.
Love it. So, Mike, you recommended a special brand for us tonight that we will be smoking. You'll talk a little bit about that. But first, I just wanted to give a small shout out myself because I'm not at home. I am not in my quarantine dungeon. I am actually coming to you live in the Pacific Northwest. I am at Legends of Fire in the Northern Quest Casino in Airway Heights, Washington.
Nice.
And I've got friends in the room with me, so I'm really excited to share this with everyone right here from Legends of Fire.
Get down. Represent Northwest out there. Way out there. Go ahead, girl.
So, Mike, what is this? What is this? They smell so good. This is what we were sent, which is beautiful Emperor's Cut. So tell us about this, please. I'm really excited, and maybe you can give us all the tips on how to properly start a cigar experience.
Okay, Jay's showing off. Thank you, Jay. I smoked all my samples. This is my last one, so I have to smoke it very slowly during the course of this event. Now, Emperor's Cut, really good friends of mine, really good group of people who own and run that company. The cigar itself is the country of origin is Nicaragua. So the wrapper and the binder, the wrapper and the filler are Nicaraguan. The binder is Ecuadorian. And it just kind of changes up the flavor profile. So
can you explain? So I understand the wrapper, the inside. What's the binder?
The binder is it's under the wrap. It's between the wrapper and the filler. It's basically a binding aid to bind the cigar together.
Okay. And so that affects the flavor, you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Wow.
Cigars are...
Thank you, man.
Cigars are very much layered.
Okay.
So the different taste in each leaf melding together is that we get to benefit from the outcome of that. So that's a blender's job to take these leaves and put them together and say, hey, this tastes amazing now, but 6 months, 8 months, a year from now, it's going to taste like this.
So they age.
Okay.
The cigars age like whiskey. Look at the synergy with
there you go.
Master blenders, and then I had no idea that they aged. That's
beautiful.
Amazing.
Yes,
wow.
I mean, some cigars have 15 and 20-year aged leaves in them, just like an alcohol would.
That's so cool. Learn something new every day. I love it.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
I'm going into here right now. Tell them to look up Emperor's Cut.
Did you cut yours already, Jay?
I did not. I was waiting on Mike to tell me what the heck I'm doing before I cut my fingers off.
Do not use a bread knife, Jay.
Okay. All right.
So,
I actually have a cigar cutter, which is amazing. I had to find this. I had it for years and did not use it. I'm not a big smoker, but I do enjoy the lifestyle.
Tell us where the cutter was, Jay. We'd like to know.
It was in the kitchen up under some other stuff. I don't know how I got there.
Where all cigar cutters should be stored. In the
or in the bottom of your purse, like me.
Right. Oh, good point. Good point.
I don't have a purse, but I completely agree with you.
So Greg Willis is with us. He just said, "Hey."
What's up, Greg?
Greg is one of the owners of Emperor's Cut. Thank you, Greg, for providing us with this amazing product.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
So now we're going to get to the cutting part.
Okay.
So take your cutters out.
Okay.
Open it. It's a little difficult because we're doing it in a virtual situation, but you want to just shave off just a little bit. Now, if you don't know how to do it, Sailor, this is what you can do.
Yeah.
Sit the cutter down flat. Open the cutter. Sit it down flat on the bar.
Okay.
Okay.
Put the cigar in it.
Okay.
Now squeeze your cutter closed around the cigar.
Okay.
That should provide you with a perfect cut.
Beautiful.
Shut up.
Know. So
hold on real fast. So Mike, before I cut the wrong one, which one should, since I have all four, for me being a beginner, which one should I smoke first?
I would say go with
I have the natural pleasure.
Natural pleasure side. I would go with the Grand Robusto. That's what I'm smoking.
There you are. Shawty.
Do you keep the wrapper on or off at this point? Or the band, sorry, the cigar band.
You keep the band on.
Okay.
You keep the band on. A lot of traditionalists would tell you otherwise.
Okay.
There are many reasons to keep the band on. So let's just use the one that's relevant now in the COVID season.
Okay.
Keep the band on because cigars are porous.
Okay.
And when your fingers touch the cigars, anything can seep into the cigar. It's a leaf. So it's a lot safer if you just maintain your grip just on the band.
Oh, that's a great tip. Love it.
How's that cut, Mike? That look all right?
Looks good.
Looks good. Which one is the mirror? There's a mirror.
That's it. No, it looks good.
Nice. That looks like mine.
Nice, Mike.
Right. So what I like to do with us, fortunately for me, I've had a great amount of experience with Emperor's Cut cigars. That's how I already know I like them. But a cigar that I haven't had before, what I like to do is what we call a dry draw.
Okay.
Just unlit, just take the cigar, put it to your lips, give it a few pulls. Well, and what that does is it gives you an idea of the draw on the cigars, and typically Emperor's Cuts have great draw on them, but also you can start to taste a little bit of the flavor in the cigar before you even light it.
Oh.
Okay. Nice. All right.
I like that.
I'm learning so much, man.
I see what you mean. I got flavor in there, not just on my lips, but from doing the draw. That's really cool.
Yeah, because of the pull, it does get to hit different parts of your palate.
Very cool.
So what we'll do next, so we're going to hold the cigar like this at an angle. And here's your lighter. So this is called toasting the foot.
Okay.
This is the foot of your cigar. Behind the band is going to be the head of your cigar. Okay. So we're going to toast the foot so.
So I'm going underneath it, like inside the open part. Is that correct?
Right.
Okay.
You want to hold it at a little bit more of an angle.
More of an angle, like that?
Right. So that the lighter doesn't hit it and it causes a run.
Okay. Gotcha.
Oh, well.
How long do we do this for?
It's starting here. Until you see like a little cherry at the top.
Until the fire alarm goes off.
Right. That's when you know it's time to smoke. So now you're going to put it to your lips.
Okay.
I think I need some more toasting.
A little bit more.
I think mine's good. What do you think?
Am I shooting right in the middle of it? Or am I going like around the edge? How am I doing that?
Around the edges. Jay, a little bit more of an angle. Watch me.
It's delicious. Now, what's the best way? I was told previously that you want to, kind of like with whiskey, you want to let it roll around in your mouth first before you exhale. Is that correct?
Yes. So I developed a small teaching mechanism years ago, and I call it the 9 seconds to cigar smoking. So if you've never really smoked a cigar before, I'm going to teach you how in 9 seconds.
Okay.
So the first 3 seconds you're gonna pull.
Okay.
You're gonna put your lips together, but we're just gonna walk through it first. Don't do it right now.
Okay.
So you're gonna pull for 3. When you pull the smoke in, we're gonna put your lips together and hold it for 3 seconds.
Okay.
And then you're gonna blow it out like a kiss. You're gonna blow it away from your face for 3 seconds. Okay. So we're gonna do it one time. We ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go. And release. So pulling, holding, releasing, it gives you a mechanism so people don't accidentally swallow. So you actually have something to think about.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But the 3 seconds that it's in your mouth gives it time to circulate your palate fully.
Okay.
And touch the different flavor receptors, and as spirit connoisseurs like yourselves, you know that the flavor receptors in your palate receive different flavors on different sides, from the front to back and right to left.
Right.
So you circulate the smoke for a little bit, and then you want to blow it out like a kiss. A lot of ladies like to just let the smoke roll out of their mouth. That is really cute until it goes in your nose and your eyes. It goes bad. It's not good at that point. So, but pull for 3, hold for 3, blow for 3, 9 seconds to cigar smoke. I
used to be able to do smoke rings. I can't do it anymore.
And I'm trying my best to make sure I don't cough and look like a crazy guy on this thing on camera.
Go ahead, do it, Jay. We're going for viewers, man. Come on.
Let me get a little taste of water real quick. Mm-hmm. That's good though, man. I mean,
I definitely got
I never knew that.
Straight up. After you did the 9 second thing, when I first puffed on it, I definitely got more flavor that second time with your 9 second thing. So I get it.
Yeah, because now it hits some different receptors, and you got, maybe it's a little salty, maybe it's a little sweet, or cocoa, or I think Jay's high.
I'm in the backyard. Listen to birds tweet.
Jay left us for a moment.
He was in his cigar glory.
Do we have the same cigar, Jay? Which one are you smoking? Because
I think so. My wife was out here touching them earlier though, so I don't know what she may have done, but I think I got the same stuff. I hope so. All right. It's gonna be a nice night.
So, Mike, can you tell us what about this cigar you like so you chose 1884 for this? So what was your thought process on why these two went well together?
Mainly, gonna sound weird, mainly cocoa and caramel. I get a slight caramel hint from the 1884, but then you get kind of like that confectionist cocoa from the Emperor's Cut, and they go like super well together.
Yeah.
They do.
It's so
man,
brings out the oakiness in the 1884 too. There's like a toasted banana bread happening. Yum.
Wow. Man, shout outs to Victoria. Like, for whatever reason, when I tasted it this time, it just, because I have a sweet tooth, it tasted sweeter to me.
Yeah.
That was delicious.
And the finish too. There's a lot. I'm just getting all that baking spice and toasted brown sugar, and that finish is absolutely delicious.
Okay, you see my barrel head in the background? You see that?
I see that. I see that.
I was trying to compete with Sailor being in the casino. You know, Mike, you got your own daggone trailer. I'm like, man, I'm in the backyard. That's all I got.
Where's trailer? Can you have a trailer? I don't have a trailer. I have a car with a very small back seat. I can hang like a black sheet over the back and then look like a studio.
Mike, did you tell me that someone's doing a watch party tonight?
Oh, my buddy Kevin, the Black Cigar Aficionados in Houston. Shouts out to them. Anthony and GTG over at King Cigars in Atlanta. They're doing something over there. I'm pretty sure Mr. Biggs and BT are doing something over at Acete Cigars. And then just shouts out to everybody that supports Uncle Nearest, Cliff, the guys over at Cigars, Keith, George, and the guys over there. Yeah, Beef George and G Money over at Patio Cigars, Haji down at Phoenix Cigars where you did the event.
Oh yeah.
So they're a great many people when they heard I was going to be on, and they were hitting me and saying, "Hey, well, we're just going to buy some Uncle Nearest and get together and watch." So, of course, I think I can speak for everybody on here. We greatly appreciate that.
Oh yeah,
Love
we got
it.
a lot of love. I mean, in Atlanta, there are so many cigar rooms, cigar bars, cigar lounges. I mean, there's a good many of them. And another shout out to the folks at Fellowship.
Oh yeah, CJ.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they do one heck of a thing over there. You know, that's Cam Newton's spot too. But I wanted to shout out to funny thing, the patio. You know, one of the guys over there is Keith. His name is Keith Weaver.
Yes.
Sailor. His name is Keith Weaver.
Oh, Keith Weaver.
Right.
Oh.
Right. Well, of course, you know, one of the founders is Fawn and Keith Weaver, founders of Uncle Nearest. And so I thought that was hilarious when I first met him. I was like, "Are you serious? That's your name for real?" I was like, "Dude,
that's great.
We're gonna have a great relationship. It's gonna be fun." So yeah, so shout out to my man Keith Weaver. We got to get him up to the distillery for sure too.
Yeah, definitely. So, you guys, these flavors together is getting me super excited about the cocktail that I'm gonna make tonight. So, would you guys mind if I demo that right now, and then we can keep puffing with the cocktail?
Please,
I'm with you.
Okay, and then I want to hear more about the brand itself, Mike. Let me move myself around a little bit. I'm actually going to use the cigar itself to smoke the cocktail. And I'm going to do this so like you would do it at home, right? Because everybody doesn't have a smoker at home, yeah? So if you want to do this at home, it's pretty easy. I'm just going to get a nice amount of smoke in there and trap it. Okay, I have a ashtray down here that I'm going to rest my cigar on. And I'm going to work on building this so that I'm getting my glass all nice and smoky right here. I'm just going to set it aside for a second. And I'm going to get out my mixing glass.
Uh-oh.
And I have a beautiful ice cube here. I don't have my tongs, but I'm the only one drinking this, so pardon.
You good.
One of the first ingredients that I'm going to use, and I sent you guys this, is my very own tobacco bitters that I developed. Yeah.
Down Sailor, check you out.
I developed these with a wonderful couple who makes beautiful artisan bitters out here in the Pacific Northwest, and they're called Skidmore Alchemy. So this is made with a very special blend of Pacific Northwest pipe tobacco. So, and then some other secret ingredients. So I'm a big bitters girl. Many of you know this about me. So I'm doing 2 bar spoons of this bitters because that's what this cocktail is all about, right?
I think sugar's mine.
Okay, then we're gonna get our whiskey, and I'm doing the 1884. Obviously, that is the whiskey of the night. And
so if I'm doing it with your bitters, how many dashes would that be for bars? Oh, never mind. I got a bar spoon. I'm tripping.
Or a table.
It's working, Mike.
And I'm gonna do 2 ounces of whiskey, you guys.
Of course.
All right, then, and my glass is still over here smoking. Right, then I'm gonna take. You can use sugar, you can use simple syrup. I actually made, and I'm going to share them with my friends here at the bar when I'm done. I made some beautiful whiskey cherries I've been making these for years and years. I do them every summer, and they sell out really quickly. So I'm going to use the juice, which is the syrup from the cherries. So I'm going to do 3 shallow bar spoons. So any type of simple syrup will do. Again, you can use sugar if you prefer that. And then we're just going to give it a really nice stir so we get that liquid cold, and we incorporate everything and just a little bit of dilution in there. Okay. Then I have another big, beautiful rock that I'm going to use. And at this point, we're going to go ahead and we're going to tip that glass over, pop that rock in there, and you can see the smoke has released.
All right.
The cocktail in there.
I did short, quick version. You know how I do being messing around with One Flew South at the airport. So I did your bitters. I had the sugar already in there. 2 ounces. Put a big cube in there. I'm gonna let it dilute a little bit and just get it and go, and just let that sugar just relax in here for a while.
Okay, and then that's it. I mean, it's that simple, right? So the minute you put your nose to that glass, I've got all that beautiful cigar and tobacco in there because I smoked that glass. It was super easy. You didn't need anything fancy to do it. Cheers.
Hold on, let me get my garnish up.
Oh my God, that is absolutely delicious. So good.
Sweet
Let me know what you think of those bitters, Jay.
Cheers to you. Cheers to you, Mike. Cheers to everybody watching. Everybody, thank y'all.
Cheers to everybody. Thank you so
I just
much.
put my bitters in.
Awesome.
Okay.
There you go.
So wait a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
With the cigar, it's so good.
As that ice opens it up. Oh yeah, that's gonna be nice.
Yeah. Mike, can you tell me a little bit more about Emperor's Cut, the brand?
Okay, I just want to say something real quick, Sailor.
Yes.
So what I did, because I do love bitters, and sometimes just to change the complexion of a bourbon, I'll add just a dash or 2 of bitters.
Yes.
So I just added your bitters to just 1884 neat. It is delightful.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
So this is wonderful.
Thank you.
So Emperor's Cut, the brand itself is comprised of 6 individuals, and they're located in various parts of the United States. And I was actually introduced to Greg by a friend that we have in common, and we sat down and we had some extensive talks about the brand. And what I love about them is they're just, imagine a group of people that are 100% brand focused. I mean, they dissect the industry. They're constantly monitoring their product. They're constantly monitoring, the people who consume their product. So they're always ready and poised to go out into new markets and explore different things. So, and that's what I love about them. And they're extremely easy people to work with.
So, what I understand, throughout my career, I've done a lot of cigar events and things like that. And I understand that much like with spirits, your terroir, your earth has a lot to do with that flavor profile in the type of leaves. And actually, weirdly, I lived in a place in Connecticut. Mike, I'm sure you're going to know this place called Windsor. It was at the time when I lived there, I don't know if it still is, the largest grower of shade tobacco in the world. The wrappings, right? For the wrappings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So shout out to the Thrall family, who were friends of mine, and they were 3rd generation, I think, at that point, growing them, and it was specifically just for the wrappers. And I remember driving through the countryside, and I didn't know what these barns were at first. And they would open these slats on the side, and I was like, "What is that?" And then eventually they would open them more and more because they were still using the direct fire method. And then you could see them hanging, and they were as tall as a house. I've never seen anything like it. It was so cool. And so the man who owned the company was explaining a little bit about how the different, like you said, the different flavors, but where they're grown makes such a difference.
Yeah. Yeah. if you take an area like Nicaragua, so in Nicaragua you have Jalapa, you have Esteli, you have Condega, three different areas. So yes, tobacco is a plant, but if it's growing in a valley, it's gonna give something different to those leaves. If it's growing in a higher region, if it's growing in a region with more water, so you're taking those leaves and you're saying, "Wow, I want a little Palapa, I want a little bit of Condega, and I'm gonna put them together, and what am I gonna come up with?" You know, and that happens with different regions all over. You have products that have some Dominican tobacco, some Honduran tobacco, some Nicaraguan tobacco, Costa Rican, Peruvian tobacco. So you have all these different geniuses who are sitting in these different farms, and they're going, "Ooh, I know what I want. Bring me some of this." And it's like a mad scientist going, "Bring me this, and bring me that." And we get to sit here and have this amazing product and go, "Oh wow, thanks guys."
Right. That's interesting because I mean, you think in the same way of being in the restaurants, how you look at grapes and wine and regions and stuff like that. I mean, you come up with, a wine that may be a blend, a meritage or something like that, in different regions and different type of grapes they use and varietals they put in there to make a blend. Like I never even thought about that in regards to tobacco, but it's a plant, it grows. So yeah,
And
I mean, depending on the different environments will be how it tastes.
The volcanic soil, because I learned this about rum as well, which I didn't know. The volcanic soil makes a big difference too, and that's something present in the flavor of cigar tobacco. Is that right, Mike?
Every nuance of the soil has something to do with what it produces. Magnesium levels, everything has something to do with what's going to come from that particular region, and that's what makes that region different from the next region.
So cool, like whiskey. Like whiskey grains, right?
Yes.
The barrel. So I'm thinking about when you were talking about the wrapper. So you've got the tobacco inside the wrapper and the bonding. Is that what? Did I get that? Binder. Sorry.
Binder. Okay.
Whiskey bonding.
Binder bonds. That's good.
So like the whiskey, toasting the barrel, charring the barrel, and then the elements all together. It's so cool. I love.
And then of course we have the charcoal mellowing point. So it's a lot of stuff going on.
Yes.
Sugar maple, baby.
Now, if you want to hear something really cool, from time to time, there are cigars who their wrapper leaves or different components of the cigar are actually placed in whiskey barrels or rum barrels for a period of time, so that melts into the wrapper, and then that's used on a cigar.
Okay, so wait a minute. Do they do that?
Sounds like an idea.
I'm gonna get okay. So do they dry the leaves first before they put them in the barrel?
Well, I'm not familiar with the entire process. I know that they do have barrel-aged tobacco. So they're not going to necessarily dry it out completely. Okay. They will take it from its ready form, where it's ready at 2 years or 3 years. They'll take it from that ready form, place it into a barrel for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, and then have that barrel the same way that people do it with other spirits when they want to age something in a cognac barrel or in a bourbon barrel. Right. They'll take their original ready spirit, then place it into that barrel for, again, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and then they have their finished product. So they are barrel-aged cigars. Yes.
That's so cool.
Outstanding. Man, that's
that would be a fun
good information. I mean, I'm really feeling like which is so weird because, again, I am not a cigar smoker. I'm not, and usually I don't know what it may be before where I was not, but this experience has been something new. Where I mean, my wife's not gonna be happy about it, and probably my lungs are not gonna be happy about it to a certain degree. But
hey, you're not inhaling.
I'm not inhaling. Yeah, puff, pass. Puff and blow. But I usually, when I'm, cracking jokes and talking stuff sometimes, I'm a really good air smoker. So now, I just have the cigar in my hand, maybe just, burning, and then take a puff every minute or so. So what I was saying was, stuff like that. But Mike, tell me this. We were talking about the different, tell me about the different, because I have all the selection of the cigars that the Greg sent us. So the I don't know, for lack of a better term, the long one is the Toro. Again,
Yeah.
I'm smoking next to that. The other one is the Grand Robusto, which I'm smoking right now. Then there's the Robusto, and then the Shorty,
They
which
made
is
that for
perfect
me.
for ATL. The Shorty.
Shouty.
I'm the shorty.
Yes,
Sailor is a shouty.
Sailor's the Shorty.
Oh yeah, they're different sizes, or what they can also be referred to as vitolas.
Okay.
So different vitolas, different sizes of cigars,
Okay.
and it's largely because people just have different preferences, as to how much of cigar they want, how long they want it. But it also changes up the delivery of flavor
Okay.
that you get from the cigar, whether it's short and fat or longer and skinny. So you're gonna get a different flavor delivery, and that's what the individual picks and says, well, I like this size, or I like this size.
So I've seen the cigars that are like probably, I don't know, 3 more inches in diameter. What is the purpose of that when they're like super wide cigars?
Well, those are like 7x70s, 8x80s, huge cigars, and I mean, it's just a personal preference. Some people just like a cigar that big, and the manufacturers are, of course, there to accommodate their customer base.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now, Mike, way back in the days when I was a college student, may not have smoked other stuff. So this is kind of like a graduation, to being more sophisticated and be able to do things and smoke like this. Do you remember? Well, I know, of course you do. But off of downtown or midtown, off of 14th Street, what was that cigar spot right there where South Main Kitchen is, or around there? What was that cigar spot back in the day? You remember that?
The Leaf? Talking about?
I think so. I'm not. Was it a cigar club or Havana Cigar Club or something like that over there?
It was above the movie theater.
No, not that one. It was next to a restaurant, man. It was. I'm pretty sure it was off of 14th Street or maybe 10th Street. Maybe 10th Street. I can't remember. I'm sorry, but literally that's what I remember. My first experience of being in a cigar bar, like after graduation, when I was like, I don't know, 22, 23-ish, later on, and then just being in there and first having the first experience of being in a cigar spot, smoking cigars and being around the lifestyle. I mean, it's it's cool to look like this, but also too, it's really cool to understand what you're doing and to have a different appreciation for it when you're smoking a nice cigar and some great freaking whiskey that pair together well. So thanks for educating me and helping me out, because I know, I'm definitely a beginner still and a novice, but thanks for increasing my knowledge and appreciation for cigars and cigar smoking, man.
Oh, I appreciate you, Jay, and Sailor, for even having me on here tonight. It's a great privilege.
We are honored.
Meeting Jay was like super cool, and then Jay called me up one day and he says, "Hey, man, I got to get you on this bus trip," and I'm like, "Right, I'll get on the bus." And that's when we got to meet Fawn and Victoria and everybody involved, and we got to see. And that was what, 2 weeks prior to the grand opening, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Right.
That was crazy.
We were up there like a couple of weeks before, and I mean, and everything wasn't finished, but I mean, you could sit and look and like, this is gonna be amazing, amazing. And unfortunately, I was unable to make it to the grand opening. I was doing something. I was booked that weekend, but I saw pictures. Many friends of mine went, and actually, I wish I could have went back with them and enjoyed it once again. But Uncle Nearest made sure, Fawn, everyone, Jay, made sure that we had an amazing time, and we still talk about that today.
Oh yeah, I mean that was probably one of the best experiences I've had, even with Uncle Nearest, was that Founders Tour. I mean, we had so many cool people, man. Matter of fact, shout out to my man Tex. I know Tex is watching. What's up, my man Tex? And then tell us about the really cool.
All gas, no brakes.
All gas, no brakes.
No brakes.
For sure, that's my man right there.
And Nisi's with us tonight too. Hey, Nisi.
Oh yeah.
And what
now,
really
tell us about the super cool guest appearance that we had that was all due to you, man. That that we brought onto the bus and shocked and awed the heck out of everybody.
Who's that?
Well, we all got to hang out with Dr. J. So Doc came
The
up
legend.
with
What?
and yeah.
Julius Irving.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa.
So I didn't say anything because I wasn't sure if he was going to actually show up. And so when we were getting on the bus and he rolls up and I'm like, he rolled up and pulled out his window and he's like, this is the bus right here for the founders tour. And I was just like this for a second. Yes, sir. Yeah. You need some help with your bags? Can I get your bags real fast? I was like, I'm talking to Doc. Like literally, I don't want to tell my age, but I grew up watching Dr. J. Like, my name is Jay, so of course I'm saying all the time, like, hey, Dr. J is my dad, talking stuff. Shout outs to my father. I love you, Bill Madison. But I'll be talking stuff like, yeah, Dr. J is my dad. Just stupid because I'm a kid. But it was just surreal to see him and then just see how gracious he was being on the bus with everybody and having a great time, man. He's a class act for sure. So shout out to Dr. J. Shout out to my girl Dorna too.
Yeah, shout out to my agent.
Dorna.
That's right, my agent. She got my back, like
my
mother, Miss Dorna Taylor. So yeah, I mean, Dorna and I talked, and she was like, "Hey, look," and the next thing you know, Doc's on the bus, and for people who don't know Doc, I mean, Doc is he's cooler than the other side of the pillow. If you didn't know,
oh my God, I love that.
Perfect.
Yeah, if you didn't know who he was, you think it's like somebody's cool uncle.
Yeah,
hanging out because you want to talk to him. You're like, but that's Dr. J, but I don't know if he'll talk. But you just sit down and you say, hey, how you doing?
Right.
And there's a conversation.
Cool. I mean, he is who he looks like he is. I mean,
I love it.
Cool. I mean, it was wild, man. It was wild just to be sitting there. Like, I can't believe. Then we went out that later on that night and went to what was that spot? Davidoff in Nashville.
We were at Blends in Nashville, I believe.
Blends in Nashville. My bad.
Where was I, you guys? What the heck?
What was that? That was like the second, third week in August, like you said, right before the grand opening, September 5th. I mean, it was just man, that was a great time. That was a great time. Like I didn't even want to get off the bus. I was like, is it over? We're done? Let's do another trip. Let's run it back. Let's run it back real fast.
Run it again. And this was on a Monday. Like we had this amazing time between Monday and Tuesday.
Right. That was crazy.
Little do you know, for those of us that come from the bar world, Mondays are the best days.
Yeah.
That's when we make the magic happen, right, Jay?
Precisely. Yeah.
It's called off days.
Every time, right.
Yeah.
Sunday and Monday, baby.
You want to party with the bartenders, trust me.
Believe that.
I have
every
a quick
time.
question. So tell me about the ash, because I've seen lots of things about ash. Are you supposed to let it go for as long as it can, or what do you do with it?
Listen, I'm a cigar smoker, so I have many shirts with like little holes in them because the ash kind of fell, and you just knock it off. Yeah, okay. It's ash. What you want to do, ideally, and you have a ashtray near you, you don't want to continuously knock the ash off. You want to let it fall off. No, you want to just let it fall off naturally, and then just continue smoking. Because you make a big mess, and other people around you go, look at him, he's messing up the place. It looks bad. But no, you want to smoke and just let things happen naturally.
Okay. So I got a good amount of ash going on there.
Yeah, you're rolling. Yeah.
See, I got issues because I'm like OCD. So once I see too much ash, I'm like, gotta tap it off.
I think about my
other days, Joey. That's from a long time ago, Jay.
No doubt.
I think about my teenage years, what we used to do with cigars, which was not smoking the cigar itself. And I think, what a shame now. If you get my drift.
Touche. Again, college days, that was for me.
It's legal where I live. It's legal where I live. Just saying.
Amen.
It's not faux pas to talk about.
Nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
It's therapeutic.
It's therapeutic, indeed.
As is this beautiful old fashioned, because this is working. Sailor, this is nice.
Thank you.
It's really nice. I like the smoking in here. It's really good.
Try the smoking next time. It's so easy to do. You can literally just take a cutting board if you're at home. Having one of the fancy smokers, don't get me wrong, and they have one here, at the property at the Northern Quest Casino. It's so cool. But if you're at home, like during quarantine, and you just want to do it yourself, you guys saw how fast that was, and it adds just a really nice element. It's a beautiful aroma in that glass. It makes a big difference.
Yes, indeed.
Sneezy.
Of
our comments.
The calendars, Jay. People are thanking me. They're loving the calendars.
Oh, the calendar. So of course we have calendars. It's the month of May, almost the end of May, but I'm still putting them out there. Calendars for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we've been locked down for 2 months, so we pretty much lost 2 months.
You should put them out there. That was a lot of work. Hello.
Yeah.
That was a ton of work.
Thank you, Taylor, for all that work you did on those calendars.
You guys have no idea what it takes to make cocktails for photography like that in the studio. In one day, I shot every single one of those cocktails, and woo!
Just a little bit of pressure.
Just a little bit of pressure.
Not much, just a little.
Just a little bit. This is so awesome. Mike, I cannot wait until we can meet in person and I can have you come up here to my territory. Come to Seattle, hang out with me. Let's do a cigar and whiskey night together. I think the people up here would love it because there are not many cigar bars in the Pacific Northwest. So,
really?
No, it's a very health conscious place. So, you know.
So you're saying the opportunities are wide open, is what you're saying, huh? Shout outs to all the folks here in Atlanta who got a gang of cigar bars. Maybe go to the Pacific Northwest.
So Brian Donald asked if I'm willing to share my formula for the cherries. It's a tough one. I don't know.
Brian's a really good friend of mine. So in private, like direct.
What if I just send Brian a jar of cherries? How about that?
There you go. There you go.
Hold on.
And Mike.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
And Mike.
Sorry, Brian. I had to cut in on that.
This guy.
I was there for you, buddy. I'll need my cut.
You're the connector, right?
There you go.
If a bag gets sold in the park, I need my cut.
Love it. This is so cool. And I have to say, not that I've, smoked a ton of cigars in my life, but I think I know a flavorful one and not a flavorful one, and I've had both. This is very flavorful. So if you're a beginner or an aficionado, I feel like this is such a great product because there's just so much flavor happening. I'm really surprised because it's could compete with the whiskey, it could compete with the cocktail, and they're absolutely working really well together. It stands up to it, and I love that.
Man, shout outs to Greg, man, for real. Like with everybody with Emperor's Cut, you all did one hell of a job because again, me being a new guy to this and me really not being a cigar smoker, like no bull crap, straight up. I'm really enjoying this experience right now. Right? I mean, I'm about to, as soon as we get off, I'm gonna kick in the door like, hey, honey, come on outside and smoke a cigar with me. It's about to happen.
Tell my sister wife I said that she has to just sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Oh yes, for sure, definitely. And while I'm here, I always gotta send a shout out to all my boys, all my brothers from Morehouse College. I know there's a lot of guys on here from Morehouse College. Shout out to everybody from HBCUs. Shout out to my brothers and sisters, of course, HBCUs, and my Spelman sisters. But I know there's a lot of folks who really follow us big time in Atlanta, Clark Atlanta, Mo Brown alumni, everybody. So shout outs to all y'all who are tuning in. Love y'all. Appreciate the support. And I mean, Atlanta is loving it, and Atlanta knows Cigar Mike for sure. Because I mean, this dude is the guy when it comes to cigars. I mean, not even just in Atlanta, but also too nationwide. So I was really happy and proud that Mike was like, "Yeah, cool, let's do this." And I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be perfect." I'm telling you, this is the beginning of some beautiful stuff happening. Always,
anything you need, Jay. I got to give a shout out because some of you people may think your screen is cracked. It's not. That's my hairline. My barber is incredible. So I got to give a shout out to Sid at Leslie's Barbershop, Sharp Lifestyle Group, because he slid me in the day. I was like, man, I can't be on there with Uncle Nearest. My hair looks crazy, man. You got it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I can attest to the fact, like for real, because I saw Cigar Mike earlier today, and so I saw him like face, but it's 6 feet. It's about 6 or 7 feet maybe, but I can still see the hairline was tight. So yeah, they did a great job. Great job.
Yeah,
you look great, brother.
I appreciate that. Appreciate that, man.
So a few people, you guys, have just joined us. And so they want to know what we're smoking. And our beautiful, wonderful social media director has been taking care of comments for me tonight. So we really appreciate that. And so can we just go over one more time for all the new people that just joined, the specifications of what we're smoking?
Oh, yeah.
So this is the Emperor's Cut cigar. And I think we're all smoking different ones. The size that I'm smoking is the Grand Robusto. Jay, you're smoking.
I'm smoking the same one as you. I took your advice.
And Sailor, what size are you smoking?
The Natural Pleasure.
Natural Pleasure.
Roll it over on the back. Look on the back.
Natural. I have contacts in, so I can't read close up.
Yeah. She's smoking
the old lady like that, and you have to do that with your mouth when you do that. You have to go like this.
Right.
Can you see that, folks? Is that too much light?
Yep. So these are all different sizes of the Emperor's Cut cigars. And the Emperor's Cut is, the country of origin is Nicaragua. So the wrapper and the filler are Nicaraguan. The binder itself is Ecuadorian. So it's a two-country blend.
Ecuadorian. Gotcha. My husband is Ecuadorian. I actually was there in September.
Can you tell your husband to send me
man.
From home? I'm not going to try to make cigars. I'm just going to chew on them from time to time.
Oh, speaking of that, look, we got to give a shout out. Of course, Haley, thank you for all that you do. Good looking out, and I always got to give a shout out to my bar man, Cody. What's up, Cody? How you doing, brother?
Cody. Haley has been, man, she has kept us sane right through this whole lockdown.
Haley is a freaking monster.
She is.
I'm just saying, flat out. I mean, the how we've been so engaging with Uncle Nearest and being out there social media wise. Also, too, really quick plug. Did you see us on ABC News today, everybody? Did you see us?
Oh yeah, you guys, that was amazing.
Just saying, we're not just whiskey. We're more than whiskey. # more than whiskey.
Yep.
But we've been helping out a lot of frontline workers and a lot of essential people who are out there and don't have the mask, but especially the African American population, which is disproportionately getting the COVID and dying from it. And so we've been really pushing a campaign, not just whiskey, but getting out there and at the North Nearest Green Distillery, we've been actually shipping out masks to people that need them. So it's a really great thing. Helicopter, sorry.
We're over 250,000 masks that we've been able to ship out during the lockdown. We converted our distillery visitor space into a shipping department, basically for sending these masks out to frontline workers and those that are vulnerable. And we're still doing it. I just got a box today that I'm sending out to people that are, as the states are reopening, we're all kind of unsure. It's better to wear a mask, I think, personally, do your social distancing. So ABC News had Fawn and Victoria on today, and it was really exciting. So behind this delicious, gorgeous whiskey and behind the beautiful story of Uncle Nearest, of course, is our beautiful Miss Victoria and Fawn, and they continue to uphold that legacy, which is really, really exciting. So every time you guys buy a bottle of this whiskey, of any of our whiskey, you're helping to send masks out to frontline workers. And I'm really proud about that. I don't know about you, Jay, but.
Oh, beyond proud. I mean,
cool.
It doesn't hurt that Uncle Nearest being African-American owned, and then the pride that you have with telling the story of Nearest Green, who's the godfather of Tennessee whiskey. It's surreal sometimes. It really is, from the fact that we're able to tell the story and talk about the quality of this whiskey, award-winning, the most awarded American whiskey of 2019. I mean, we're kicking butt. It's the 1-2 punch from being able to tell it and get it out there. But the sense of pride that I have with being able to talk about our whiskey, and then also too what we're doing. Not just from selling the whiskey, but telling the story, but then also too about being out there and helping out our people with the mask. I mean, it's really cool. I mean, it gets to the point where you're just like, I just can't believe the amazing story of history we're making every day on single day.
And we do that because of our friends and our community and our family, like Cigar Mike, who's here with us tonight, and literally everybody who's joined us virtually tonight. It's because of you guys that we're able to do this. So it's just so amazing.
Amen. Thank you all. Thank you, everybody out there, for all the support. Thank you, for real.
Oh, Jay.
Yo, give
We
it to me.
forgot somebody. They're gonna kill us.
Uh-oh. Come on.
We got Preston.
In Charlotte. Yo,
Taylor,
Preston.
in
What's
Charlotte
up?
and in Concord.
This my Morehouse brother up in North Carolina in Charlotte. My sister's in Charlotte. Shout out to my sister Belinda. Hey, how you doing, family? Mom, dad, Jordan, everybody. My wife Solana. But my man Preston up in Charlotte, and it's so funny because he came down here for Morehouse for my 25th anniversary. Again, telling how old I am. Last year, and me and Preston were talking. We've known each other for such a long time, and he was telling me about his spot up in Charlotte. Give me the name again one more time, Mike.
He was Smoke. He's in Charlotte, and now he has a new spot in Concord, but he does have Uncle Nearest at both spots.
Of course he does, my man. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Preston. Big time, man. You can't go wrong with a great cigar and some Uncle Nearest. It's perfect pairing, man.
Hey, Jay, so someone asked us if we would just really quick go through each of our 3 whiskeys.
Sure. And you could come back because you're a crazy whiskey maven, your darn self. But first and foremost, the one we're drinking right now is the 1884. And the 1884, what's special about this is the master blender for this is actually Victoria Edie Butler, who is Nearest Green's great-great-granddaughter. And so we know now that the truly whiskey making and whiskey blending is in her blood. And so Victoria put together a beautiful small batch whiskey. The 1884 is aged for 7 years. It's 93 proof. It, of course, follows the same process of the charcoal mellowing as our 1856 and 1820. But that's what it is. And this one, to me, is very, very good. Me being a bartender is very, very good for mixing in cocktails. I mean, if you're the type of person who likes, something in Coke or ginger ale, cool. If you want to do a whiskey sour, if you want to do a nice little a whiskey mule, great. 1884, kill it. So that's why I like the 1884. Again, 7 years, 93 proof. Then the 1856, our flagship, which is what we start out as. That's our barrel age 9 to 11 years. Probably most of those barrels are close to the 10, 11 year mark. You got to double check me on that with Sailor and my man Richie, National Ambassador. 9 to 11 years. And so that one is 100 proof, and 1856 is my baby. I usually drink 1856 on the rocks, but 1856 is 100 proof. And then finally is the 1820, which is barrel aged from probably over 11 years and over, or
single
more.
Barrels only.
Single barrel, of course, a single barrel, and only 1% of our barrels are single barrel. So that's why it's so hard to come by. Yeah. And the proof is going to be anywhere from, I don't know, like what, 108 and up.
So I have the highest proof, by the way.
Oh, here we go.
I tested this out recently, and
here we go. Come on.
I did a barrel pick here for Washington, and the man that helped me pick this barrel, one of the gentlemen, is sitting over here on the bar. He is what's your new title, Greg?
Uh-oh.
Director of Food and Beverage.
Director of Food and Beverage. He's also a chef extraordinaire, extremely knowledgeable about spirits and whiskey, and he's amazing, one of my best friends. So we picked a barrel with the Northern Quest Casino and the Davenport Hotel here in Eastern Washington. And nice. we happened to get the highest proof, what we think so far. But Sherry Moore would have to confirm this. But it's some yummy stuff, let me tell you.
Damn it. What's the proof on it again?
It was 116 something. Wait, hold on. I've got a bottle here. Hold on.
You're killing me. Well, real quick, while you're saying, I forgot that. So people know, because we always have these years on here, and people tear up the years. I had people say, "Yeah, let me get the 1894." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Anyway, the 1884. Got you. So the 1884, that signifies the year that Nearest Green retired. Last time he touched barrels, and so that's why we have it on there as the 1884. The 1856 is the year that Nearest Green developed and perfected that Lincoln County process, that charcoal mellowing process. So that's why we have on there the 1856. And then, of course, the single barrel, the 1820, that's the year that we were pretty sure, not positive, because it's, of course, slave record. Yeah. But that's the year we think Nearest Green was born, 1820. And, of course, that's why we have the green label. So a lot of times, we both know this, Sailor, a lot of people, and we found this out today, Mike, that people will think to see the green label, they'll think it's a rye. Well, no, it's our single barrel. We do have a rye in there. I mean, probably about 7-8% rye. And so from that standpoint, yeah, but more so it's green from the standpoint it's nearest green. And this is the year we think he was born. So if you can find it, good luck. But for the most part, you got to find it at our distillery, which won't open till we're not sure.
We're not sure. So a couple of people have asked about where you can find it. And this is why you want to be really good friends with your favorite bartenders and brand ambassadors.
Uh-oh, wait a minute.
Because we're the ones who bring the barrels into our states, but
I'm about to get 1,000 emails and messages and all that. Damn it, Sarah.
At our distillery, when we reopen, you can always find the 1820 there. And literally every time you get a bottle from a barrel, it's going to be different from another barrel, which is just really incredible. So every once in a while we do online sales of it. We did one for Christmas and we broke the internet. Do you remember that, Jay? That was
did.
Bonkers.
I think we sold out in something silly, like 7 minutes or something crazy.
Yeah, something crazy. Haley could tell us something totally
banana.
But yes, Brian, road trip when we're open. We'll meet
there
with some cherries, and Mike will bring the cigars, and we'll sip on some 1820 for sure.
You ain't lying.
Of course you're coming.
Yes, and the road trip is quick and easy from ATL, y'all. It's 3.5 hours, and it's a nice road trip. Like it's a day trip. You could drive up there, go hang out, be at the nearest green distillery,
and come back the same day. Because I did that trip. Remember?
I did it.
You go through the mountain. You don't want to. You have to stay overnight. Don't encourage people to drink and drive. Come on.
There's alcohol.
Drink honorably, of course, as always. Take some time. Relax and enjoy yourself. But it is a day trip. Or
Cigar Mike has a. What are you in a trailer?
Take an RV, right? Take an RV or a Sprinter, something like that.
See?
Yeah. Sprinter would be a great idea.
I love it.
Shout out to my man Mel. Sprinters. We like sprinters.
So, Mike, I have a quick question for you. Now
Sure.
This is the size of my cigar. Is it because I'm still drinking my cocktail, or am I noticing a difference in flavor?
No, cigars will change. They will change. There's typically people are looking for the first third, the second third, third third. But yes, the complexion of a cigar will change as you smoke it.
I like it. I was like, am I tasting more? Because I've had I've had half a cocktail, but I really am getting I don't know. I feel like the middle is like a little more robust, or maybe the flavors are getting deeper.
Well, remember, when you light a cigar, you're pulling heat all the way through your cigar.
Okay.
So from the time you started, now by the time you get to the middle, those leaves are warmer than the ones at the front when you first started.
Okay.
Everything is warming up. Everything is melting, and there's, like I said, there's just different flavors or different pockets that you can reach just depending on the cigar.
Okay.
So yes, you are a cigar smoker. You have a good palate and you know what you're looking for, but you know when you're tasting something different.
Yeah, I noticed a big difference about a couple puffs ago. Because now I feel like it's a more dominant flavor than the cocktail I'm drinking. So I'm really liking like this point in the cigar a lot. And I wonder, Mike, dispel a myth for me. There's this big myth. Okay, so because I've been in the whiskey business for longer than dinosaurs, talk about dipping the tip, right? So everybody's like, dip the tip in whiskey and then let it dry out. And I feel like for me, if I made the cigar, I'd be like, you want to change my cigar flavor, or is this just something fun? Like, I don't know. Tell me what you think.
All right, this is gonna sound horrible. The only time that I will dip a cigar is if it's something that I've had it, I'm experimenting with it. Mm-hmm. I don't really like it, but I'm trying to finish it. So I can do that just a little bit, but do I recommend that people do it? No. You don't take a cigar is good because it has the flavors in it inherently that you enjoy.
Right.
And then you drink the spirit. So just understand, when you're smoking a cigar, the smoke is still seeping into your system through the salivary glands in your mouth, just like when you go to a wine tasting and you spit the wine out, but you still go, oh, wait.
Right. Okay.
Right.
It's still seeping in. So once you take your sip of alcohol
Mm-hmm.
and then you swallow it, but then you puff your cigar, you're vaporizing the remainder of the alcohol in your mouth anyway.
Okay.
So why take it and dip it in something to do something that it's already going to do?
Yeah, that was kind of my feeling about it. Like you're changing the experience and the makeup, and I mean, you know, a cocktail with a spirit it's opposed to a well-made cocktail will enhance the flavor, right? Not cover it up.
Right.
So I feel like if you're going to dip, you're covering it up or changing it.
Right. And at the end of the day, you bought the cigar. You can do whatever you want to do with it. Do I recommend it? Absolutely not.
Gotcha.
I don't recommend it.
Some other people are saying they do the same thing. If it's not a good cigar, they'll dip it to add flavor.
I'm just trying to finish it. I paid for this whole thing. I'm gonna finish it.
Right. That's what's up, man. I forgot to say that too, man. Shout out to all my Kappa brothers with Crimson Sip and Smoke and everyone else throughout the world. All the Kappa brothers, man. This will be the perfect combination, of course, man. I gotta work out and get you on with the brothers with Crimson Sip and Smoke too, man. This is great. Because beforehand, I kept saying like, not really a cigar smoker. Damn it, Mike! Look what you did.
I'm loving the idea of the pairing. So
yeah,
I have a couple people have complimented me on my palate, and I appreciate that. Thank you. I have a curse of a sense of smell that is often I grew up in New York City. You do not want my sense of smell on New York City subways in the summer. Trust me, it's a bad thing. So I've always loved, like that's, I think that's why I love whiskey and spirits, especially whiskey. But I love the idea of understanding the flavor in a single cigar and what went into it and all the layers of it, and then pairing that with the layers of the flavor in a whiskey. So this is such a fun experiment. I'm so excited we decided to do this. I love it.
So this is what we're going to be doing, right? Like, at least monthly, we're gonna have Cigar Mike around, and we did 1884 right here. What do you think? You think we want to try and do pairing with 1856 next time?
Yes.
Yeah,
that would be outstanding.
I love it. So many different cigars out there. So many different adorations that we can go through. Let's do it. Let's have some fun, man.
This is gonna be great.
I would love to specifically. Ahead of time, Mike, if you would explain to me the origin of all of the layers in the cigar, and then I will find a cocktail to match all of those flavors.
Sweet. And I will drink them all.
Rum and whiskey, my favorite thing to do.
And I'll just be here for comedy relief.
More support.
Just to keep the party going. I'll be the color commentary.
We need you.
Literally and figuratively. Amen.
You'll be like the Brian Gumbo.
I'll take it.
What?
I'll take it.
No.
Brian Gumbo's a cool cat. I'll take it.
Okay, I'm not a fan, but all right. If you guys say so.
You don't talk loud enough to be Stephen A. Smith.
I don't. Well, that's true. That's true. You don't know though. One more of these, and we'll be a different dude.
You have to use big words for no reason and talk about it, and then you can be Stephen A. Smith.
You know what? I'll give a shot. I'll be that guy. I'll be Stuart Scott. Cooler than the other side of the pillow. Stuart Scott. Rest in peace, brother. For sure.
Yep. R.I.P.
This was such a blast, you guys. Thank you so much. I literally, this is probably one of the most fun broadcasts that we've done since we've been in lockdown. Maybe it's because I'm somewhere else and I'm not in lockdown. This cigar, but really, Mike, I have tried for a very long time to get into the appreciation of cigars, and I will enjoy them and I will drink them with whiskey. And like I said, I've done so many I've done tastings where I show up and there's me representing the whiskey and there's the guy usually representing the cigar. Also, more women in cigars, please.
There are loads and loads.
Yay! Let's do that.
And I'd love to introduce you to them.
Yes,
Mike, we can catch up with who? Jocelyn?
Yeah, Joyce.
Joyce. Yeah, my bad. Joyce.
Lashes and mustaches. She's
yes, indeed.
She has an Airstream trailer that's completely decked out. You have to come and get on it, and you would love
Oh my God.
Joyce, we call her the Queen Bee. She has like 740,000 hats. We love her.
I love it.
We
That's
love
my
her
girl.
to death. Yes.
I love it.
Joyce, what's up?
Well, thank you really for helping me. You know, again, it's all about information, and that's why tastings are so important, experiences and education. And so you're a cigar educator, I'm a whiskey educator, because it really helps you understand it and appreciate it more. And I really got a much deeper level of appreciation tonight for cigars. And I'm so thankful. Thank you, Mike.
No, thank you for allowing me the opportunity to be a part of your platform.
Of course, always your family.
Check you out, bro. Whiskey family, baby. Hashtag whiskey family.
That
And
part.
now we're definitely hashtag more than whiskey for sure. It's
Hashtag.
been a great night. It's been a great night.
So thank you everybody that joined us. We had so many people join us and interact. And I'm not on the keyboard tonight. I did a little bit, but I'm kind of behind the bar. So I appreciate you guys understanding. And Haley, thank you so much for helping us out. Cigar Mike, thank you.
Great job, Haley,
for being our guest extraordinaire tonight.
Thank you.
And all the friends that joined us.
Can I say thank you to Haley too? Because Jesus, like I didn't know somebody could post me up that much that fast. I was like, wow.
dude. I told you,
Rockstar. Thank you.
Haley is
a monster.
Clever Cardinal. She rocks.
So
Killer.
thank you, Haley. Thank you to the entire staff and organization from Uncle Nearest. And Jay knows I've supported you guys from, just because it's a good spirit and I like the story. I tell the story. I think I know it almost as good as Jay. You think so, Jay?
Yeah, you're pretty good. You're pretty good.
I'm pretty
Pretty good at that.
Yeah.
But for you to allow me the opportunity to share a platform with you, it means the world to me. I'm ever so grateful.
Thank you. And thank you to Emperor's Cut for the beautiful cigars. And I know that we posted in the comments. If you guys came later, just look on the comments. He posted his website. We'll post it again. And thank you, everybody that joined us. It's so fun. I love reading your comments, and I love that it feels like we're doing this together in a room. And thank you very much to Legends of Fire and the Northern Quest Casino in Airway Heights, Washington, for letting me broadcast here tonight. We're going to do it again next time in a couple of weeks, Mike. And I'm going to put me inside the humidor, you guys.
Inside the humidor.
I'm going to have a big live audience. They're going to put me inside the humidor, right?
Yep.
And we're going to have their box holders are going to be present. And so we'll do, it's going to be super fun. So, I mean, maybe that's something we can set up for all three of us. Who knows?
Mike, we're about to go on tour, Mike. It's going to be scary.
That's cool. We'll do it in like 3 different places. Jay and I, although we're in the same city, we won't even be in the same place.
I love it.
There you go.
That'll be
Divide
great.
and conquer, baby. Divide and conquer. And Sailor, you know what's crazy? Like, we're supposed to be in here for like half an hour, 45 minutes. We're like run up on an hour and 8 minutes.
But there's so many people who are joining us, and
I think we still got engagement, right?
I agree. I mean, our engagement keeps going up. So you guys, I mean, you have to speak up. If you want us to continue to talk about whiskey and cigars, we can. We're getting close to wrap-up time. So really, thank you so much, everybody. Yes, Brandon, come to Seattle. It's very rainy and gray and cold, but it's fun. Eastern Washington might be a little more fun, Hey.
Good. Yeah.
Right? We have a beautiful hotel here at Northern Quest Casino. I'm become a brand ambassador for them all of a sudden. Right? Beautiful food.
I'm coming out there, Sale. I'm gonna come out there and we're gonna hang out at the casino, for sure.
Let's do it.
Oh yeah. For sure.
And especially
I get a little bit of money.
My man, Greg Weary. He's over there.
Greg. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
So this
Thank
was
you for looking out for us.
So much. Again, wow, what a cigar. And I'm excited, Mike. We should do a check-in in a year from now, right? May 21st.
Yeah.
Let's see how my knowledge of cigars can grow. So I like to blind test myself on whiskey. That's how I learned. And you can send me cigars without the wrappers. And we can blind test me. What do you think?
Sounds good. We'll do it.
Mike, listen.
Hey.
Don't do that with me. Okay?
No.
It's not gonna work. It's not. I'm just gonna tell you simply, I like it or I don't. That's as far as I can go. And I like this. This worked out great.
That's the first thing you learn about cigars. You learn what you like and what you don't like.
Yeah. Same with whiskey. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you learn why you don't like something or why you do like something.
Right.
That's the process.
Mike, can you tell? Can you do that like a blind cigar? Like, would you be able to tell, like, I don't know, like a broad, like an origin or something like that?
Yeah, Mike. Are you like a cigar sommelier? So you can tell like where the region is, the grape, everything, all that stuff. Whether the wind came from the east or the west, all that good stuff.
I absolutely cannot, sir. No, I can't. I tell you what I can do. You can give me a scenario, right, and say, hey, some of my buddies are in town and we don't smoke a lot, but we're gonna go have some steaks and then maybe some scotch, or maybe we're gonna have some wine, and I can read your palate as you're telling me that, and I can put you. So I know people, and I've smoked a considerable amount of cigars and consumed probably a copious amount of alcohol.
Oh, look at you, copious like that. You got some serious clientele too, Mike. I know you can't say who your clientele are, that you pretty much are their cigar consultant, but you got one hell of a list of clientele who you work with, man.
Nah, I mean, I just trust in the machine. Like I said, if I don't listen to you, I got to listen to you and find out what your utility for the cigar is. Oh, you're going to do this? Okay, well, you can, and I can put you in a set of cigars that will, help you out. And we've done everything from weddings to subject matter expert. We've done movies and different stuff. We've taught people how to smoke on the spot so they don't look crazy on camera.
I like that. And I noticed that. Funny. I will be, I guess now, but not like some cigar smoking aficionado, but I do notice that when someone smokes things or drinks things properly. So I like that a lot. It's important, right? It's important to me. And it's an experience. Just like when last night we had an Uncle Nearest, we did a full tasting with our national brand ambassador, Richie Michaels, and we talked about nosing and why you want to smell it first and how you sip it and all of that. And it's the same thing with this. And now I'm getting deeper into the cigar again. I'm getting different flavors, and it's very cool. Love it.
It's all about the journey.
Yeah.
You know what, too, Taylor? What we can do is, like, from now on, going forward too, what we might do is like bring on different ambassadors, because I know I'm not the only cigar novice in regards to the team you in, but like bring on other people, because that will be funny as heck too. Like maybe we'll get on Victoria or Vic Fawn or the VP, stuff like that. It'll be freaking hilarious.
Super fun. I love that idea. Absolutely, so fun. I love this. This has been a blast, and I do appreciate.
Let's get on both. Let's get on Richie for sure. Shout outs to Richie. What's up, baby? Team South all day. But let's get on Keith Weaver and Keith Weaver. That would be hilarious.
You should do Keith Weaver. Absolutely.
Just saying. Keith and Keith.
Come on, that would be amazing. Let's do it. I love it. I love it. Thank you again so much, Mike. This has been phenomenal. And I think it's time to go, unfortunately. But I know. Soon we'll be able to do this in public, right? Soon. Sweet. But right now, you guys, if you do live in a place where you have cigar bars that you love and cherish and adore, while they are not open, you can absolutely support the brand. So just, reach out and, like Emperor's Cut, for example, and find them online and order their cigars and grab your favorite bottle of Uncle Nearest. And I think we still have a promotion. If you order Uncle Nearest online from our website, so go to unclenearest.com.
There you go.
And then go to shop, and you can order our whiskey. And if you put in the code Liquid Gold, free shipping, you guys.
You better get your bottle. Stop playing. Get your bottle and see us here next time, hanging out, smoking cigars, drinking some great Uncle Nearest whiskey. As always, drink honorably, man. And we really appreciate you all tuning in. Yes. And I look forward to the next show for daggone sure. Hit them up, Mike.
One thing real quick, and I have to do this or I'll get killed. My daughter is watching, my only child, Melissa Wilson, and yesterday or today, she just got her the ebook of poetry published. And it's on my website. Melissa Wilson is on my website, and people are now buying it. She told me today internationally, so she's my international poet now. So
Congratulations.
shout out. Daddy loves you. Congratulations, sweetheart. I'm
That's
so proud of
amazing.
you.
Well, you know, of course, now you're gonna get me killed, so I got to give a shout out to my daughter. You know,
No deaths. There's no deaths here. No deaths.
who's my social media manager and my wife, of course. But shout out to my daughter Jordan, who I know is probably tuning in. So shout out to Jordan. But don't start smoking cigars yet. Wait till Daddy. Me and you gonna smoke together.
But she's been doing some amazing things during the shutdown, your daughter.
Oh yeah, Again, she is my manager, and she's been kicking some serious butt. You know, therapy is her jam. Therapy is my jam. Check her out. We got T-shirts now, y'all. But you know, that's enough plugging. But for sure.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Drink honorably. And Mike, you're the best. I had so much fun. Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
We'll see you. I don't remember the date, but we'll post it online in a couple weeks again. We're going to do a new cigar pairing with our 1856. And I'll be right here again. They'll have me locked away in the humidor. And we'll have a blast again. So stay tuned, everybody.
Amen. Drink honorably, y'all. God bless. Stay safe. Stay healthy, everybody.
Bye, everyone.